Hello, my name is Andrei Suchuk. I help companies to get value from their investments in Adobe Analytics. I am an Adobe certified expert with 9 years experience and provide consulting, implementation, data analysis and training services. In this video, I would like to talk about so-called old-school implementations and why it's important to upgrade them as soon as possible if you're still using them on your websites. I'm on the home page of metro.de, the website I'm doing an audit for, and the implementation audit that I will be doing now will consist of several things. Number one, I want to check what library type they are using for their implementation. Second, I want to make sure that this library is used across all the pages. The third, I want to make sure that the library is implemented via a tag manager. And the last step I will need to do is to check whether the implementation leverages Experience Cloud ID service or Visitor ID service. Let's have a look at the beacon. And we can see that this is AppMeasurement version 1.6.4. This is more or less good. This is not the latest version, but at least AppMeasurement, that's good. Now, I have taken a look at some other pages and discovered that, for example, on the sortiment page, the library version is H.23.3, which is an old school library and it's not recommended to use it. Moreover, it's not recommended, never recommended to use different libraries on different site pages, because in this case, some peculiarities of how the library works may affect your reporting. And obviously, this will be a headache for your implementation specialist to maintain different libraries. And it doesn't make sense to maintain different libraries. It makes sense to use a single library across all your site pages. Number three, we will need to also check some other pages, and I will go to Angebote and go to Products. And you can see here we have two server calls. If we take a look at the first one, we will again see AppMeasurement version that is used on the home page. But for the second server call, we will have another AppMeasurement. So, what we'll check next? We will need to take a look at how the library is implemented. And for that purpose, I will first take a look at the page source. If you have Adobe Tag Manager, which is called Dynamic Tag Management, you should expect satellite in the head container. And satellite stands for the original name of the tag manager. Since it doesn't exist on the page, we can say that it's not used on the site. And we can look for AppMeasurement. And this is how it's implemented. You can see a reference to the library, and then the variables of Adobe Analytics are populated inside the page code. And this is what I call old school implementation method. You should avoid it, because if you use a tag manager, it will be much easier to update the text, to update the variables, the methods of how and what you capture, and pass over to Adobe Analytics. Now I will switch back to the page. I will need to check whether Marketing Cloud ID service is implemented on the website, or what was also called Visitor ID service or Experience Cloud ID service. And if we go to query string parameters, we should look for MID parameter. MID parameter is missing, but we can see FID. FID stands for the legacy method for unique visitors identification. This is my current visitor ID. But since MID is missing, then I can say that the Marketing Cloud ID service is not implemented, and this is also not good. So the summary of this video is we have found lots of different problems with the implementation. The first problem is that the website is using different JavaScript libraries. One of the libraries is an H library, some other libraries are AppMeasurements, but all of them are different, and the best practice would be to use a single library across all the pages. The second problem is that some of the libraries are implemented within the page code, not via a tag manager. The third problem we can see is that the visitor ID service is not implemented on the page. Hope this video was helpful for you. Add likes, add comments underneath of this video, and click on the bell icon if you don't want to miss new uploads to this channel. Thank you for watching.